Merry meet Libra, sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Libras starting today, the 29th of August, 2023. We're streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating on YouTube is the lovely Shirley, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Heather. Thank you so much, Shirley and Heather, and thank you Libras and friends of Libras for joining us today. If you're watching us on a restream on YouTube and you don't want to watch me shuffle, you can fast forward through the shuffling by using the timestamps in the video description. Today we are reading with this Tarot of Gulliver, and I've already purified with this 4711 cologne. You can find information about how to purchase this product in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. These cards are kind of hard for me to shuffle, so I'm going to hand over hand it today. I tried to shuffle on the general reading. I was trying to shuffle the riffle way, and it wasn't working so well, so I'm just going to avoid that. Like I said on the previous stream, full disclosure, I was sick in bed all day yesterday. So if I'm a little bit stumbly today, please forgive me. And I'm going to do my best, okay? So if you are watching on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure you follow us. If you're on Twitch, you can also watch us without ads if you subscribe to us. We have a shop at arielscornershop.com. arielscornershop.com. All the different decks that I read with, if they're still in print, they should be all listed there. And we make a small commission off of each and every sale because those are all affiliate links. If you'd like to give us a donation, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga. If you're on YouTube, you could use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks to give it a donation on the platform. I don't read with card reversals, so you're going to see those cards being flipped right side up. It's how I like to read. Also, this is going out to a lot of different Libras, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you personally, it may not be meant for you. In that case, just disregard the reading. And you can check out the other readings that might be for you, either your other zodiacal signs, our daily reading for all signs, or our weekly pick a card reading. And you can find all of those restreams very easily on the website, ariels-corner.com, arielscorner with a hyphen.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link in the main menu. All right, you gorgeous Libras, let's cut this deck and we'll see what's in the cards for you for this next couple weeks, okay? Let's see here. We've got a 2 of Wands, an Ace of Wands, and a 4 of Cups. Isn't that nice? Good job. Okay. See you tomorrow. No, see you next 2 weeks. No, this is really good. This is really, really beautiful. I love Libra. What I love is that you keep getting better and better and better at the choices that you're making, about the way that you're perceiving things. You're really progressing from reading to reading to reading in such a gorgeous way. Now, this too is recognizing that sort of impatience with your career and things that we were talking about before. You're done with that. You're done with that. You're seeing that that's not the way to be. This is you now. I'm taking my power back. I understand that my will is very powerful, and I'm utilizing my will in the wisest way I possibly can. And you've got so much creativity right now. You've got so many creative urges to move out and maybe do things in a new way. Instead of being impatient about things, you're saying, no, I'm not going to worry about being impatient. I'm going to try a new thing. And I'm going to maybe change the way I do this. Or maybe I'm going to do a second business. Or maybe I'm going to have another form of income. All kinds of different ideas that are going on. And they're all very good. And so just follow that gut, because your gut is not lying to you. And you'll go exactly down the path that you need to go down. And with wands a-blaring, with wands a-blazing, you've got a lot of power. You can't be stopped right now. So that's wonderful. Now, this 4 of Cups is talking about the spiritual practice is going to be coming into the forefront over these next couple of weeks, where that is actually that spiritual practice, that regular spiritual practice, not something that you do when you need some help. It's something that you do no matter what. It's sort of like brushing your teeth or whatever. You find whatever or maybe you already have established a spiritual practice that you enjoy, that you can kind of do no matter what, every single day. And you're going to just keep doing that same thing every single day. Not that you can't change it, but for the time being, at least, you're going to just commit to something, maybe some meditation, maybe some kind of ritual work, something where you do it every day. And what you're going to notice is that empowers this creativity, like turbocharges it, so that you not only have those wonderful creative impulses that are destined to succeed, but then you have sort of like upped the volume on the whole thing with the spiritual practice. When you add that spiritual component to it, really there's no stopping you. And not only that, but you maintain a peacefulness as you go into some of these, whatever these passions are of yours that need to be followed. A lot of times, if we don't have that spiritual practice to sort of ground us, we can burn ourselves out, or we can go off the deep end a little bit sometimes if we just, purely going on creative impulse. But you're not. I'm not seeing that so much. You look like you're in a really balanced place. The only thing which is great for Libra, but the only thing that you got to be careful of in regards to that balanced place, Libra, is that you don't want to misunderstand one side of the balance being the right thing. You want to make sure that you have both. You want to make sure that you have that spiritual practice and that steadiness and that peace, and that you have that full-on commitment to whatever this passion is, whatever these goals, these desires are. You want to make sure that you have both of those things together. This is the Devil card. This is the 7 of Coins. And this is the Ace of Cups. So you've got 2 aces. So aces are there's no such thing as a negative ace. Okay? Aces are full on power. Absolute full-on power and unstoppable power. So not only do you have unstoppable power in your career or your creativity, but you have unstoppable spiritual power. And like I said, when you combine those things, you get you get something that's almost out of this world, and it's causing you to have this upgrade. This 7 of Coins upgrade, where the money really starts to work out, where the physical things really start to work out, the health problems start to get resolved, things in the world start to just upgrade. You get better things. You get a nicer computer, or you get a nicer house, maybe you get a better job. I mean, all kinds of stuff that could be happening, all kinds of upgrades happening all around you. And I guess the only thing that you have to do in the midst of that is not to get freaked out by the upgrades. Sometimes when the upgrades happen, especially if they happen quickly, it's really easy to think, when's the other shoe going to fall? You don't have to worry about the other shoe falling. You had like a whole shoe store fall, for the past couple of years. You've paid your shoe debt. So don't worry about the other shoe falling. You don't have that happening. You're doing just great. These old issues, this Devil is you being attached to certain things, needing to work out a certain way, and this impatience with things not working out fast enough in the past have been sort of like the traps that you set for yourself, of where you were always having problems. And I'm not saying that all of your problems were your own making. I'm not saying anything like that, but I'm saying that you did trap yourself in them sometimes by tying yourself to thinking it needs to be a certain way. It needs to be a certain way, while being impatient with yourself. How come I can't make things work faster? How come I can't make things work faster? And those didn't help you. Those attitudes didn't help you. But the ego might want you to think that they did. This is how the ego works. Well, remember how you used to be about things, and now look at you. So it worked. And that's not true. If your ego presents something like that to yourself, you want to remind yourself, no, things are working because I stopped doing that. Things are working because in spite of that, not because of those old attitudes, not because I was tying myself to certain outcomes, not because I was being impatient with myself or being impatient with others. Right? I learned how to let go of those things, and now look at how things are working out for me. So don't let the ego trick you into thinking that those old behavioral patterns and mental patterns that you used to have are the cause of things working out for you now. It was because you let go of those things that things are working out for you now. And you do not need to go revisit those things. You don't need to go back into those shoe stores, if you will. Those shoe stores are closed, out of business. And now you have all of this work to do that is amazing work. You've got I mean, I know that you don't shy away from hard work anyway, but there's a lot of work coming, but it's such satisfying work. It's stuff that you've been wanting, so it's not going to seem like work. In fact, a lot of people might look at you and think, oh, she's overworking or he's overworking. You're not, because you're being so filled up with energy from inspiration and so happy to be moving into these new arenas, into these creative outlets, these business opportunities, whatever this Ace of Wands happens to be representing for you. You know what that stuff is because you're living it. It's energizing for you. So right now you're not overworking, but you want to make sure that you don't unbalance yourself and only have the work. You want to make sure that it's a balance between work and spirit. Your spiritual practice has to have at least equal precedence in your mind as whatever these things are. In fact, it's saying that if you can put the spiritual practice first and make it your priority, you're going to supercharge these other things. They're going to be, like I said, turbocharged. And recognize too that as the holder of so many aces in your reading, you are the winner. You are the winner. And the only thing that I will caution you about with being a winner, just because I know how you can be, is you don't want to discount your winning. You don't want to discount it. You don't want to think, well, I'm just like everybody else and all that. Yes, you are. We know that. But that doesn't mean that you can't celebrate all the wins that you're having. Finally, you're winning, Libra. Finally, it's about Libra. Like win, win, win. Take the win. Take the win. Because what you're doing is when you take the win and you're celebrating and you're happy for it, you're telling your deep mind, yeah, more of this, please. More of this, please. If you shy from it and you have that sort of false humility, then the deep mind gets that as, oh, I guess I don't want the win. Take the win. Take the upgrades. You're doing everything right. So and your wins are the kind of wins, not that other people lose. Nobody's losing. I don't see any loss here. I just see the Libra win. Win, win, win. Upgrade, win. Spiritual practice, but also spiritual peace. This 4 is also peace. 4 is also expansion of your good. And when you expand your good in the Suit of Cups, it's not only a spiritual expansion, it is every aspect of your life, because the cups overflow onto everything. Just like water being poured out of the cup overflows onto everything, right? So you are doing great, and you deserve it. This has been a long time in the making, and you deserve it. And you've been doing great, but this is better than ever. So good for you. I'll be back in 2 weeks for another reading. And thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Heather and Shirley. We will see you in 2 weeks, Libra. Blessed be.